Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and I'm one of the therapists here at Progressive Physical Therapy. I have about 15 years of outpatient orthopedics experience. We are here at one of our mini clinics in the beautiful state of South Carolina. In today's video we are going to show you our top 5 stretches that you can perform at home or in the gym that will help you with your New Year's resolutions and goals. So stretching, as we know, is an important part, but something we definitely don't do often enough. Not only does it help in preventing injuries, but it can also lead to improved posture and decreased pain. So if you're ready, let's get started. All right, so stretch number 1 is going to be the classic hamstring stretch. I'm sure you all could have guessed that that was going to be on the list. So a good rule of thumb for stretches before we begin is to take into consideration the hold time. So we're a fan of holding for at least 30 seconds to truly allow that muscle to lengthen. And we definitely promote more of the static type stretches versus ballistic, where you're going to be kind of bouncing up and down. That'll kind of set you up for possible injury to that muscle. We never want you to push through pain, so you're going to go till you feel the stretch. That muscle will tighten up, might be a little uncomfortable, but don't push through any pain. All right, so the first one is going to be just your basic hamstring stretch here. So I got one knee bent, the other one's going to be straight out in front. Fairly good posture here as you lean forward, feeling a good stretch back in that hamstring. Try to keep that toe pointed up towards the ceiling as much as you can. So we'll hang out here for about 30 seconds. After your 30 seconds is up, come back up, take a little break, take some tension off that muscle, and then go right back into the stretch again for round 2. And we normally recommend that you do about 3 reps of each of the stretches. So 3 for 30 seconds is a good starting place. Come back up. And you can alternate right and left, or if you want to do all 3 on one side and then switch over and do all 3 on the other side, your choice, whatever feels good for you. If you happen to have one of these good old trusty stretching straps, you can go ahead and lasso that around the foot, laying on the back. Now, you can keep the other knee bent for this stretch to take a little pressure off your back. However, if you don't have any back issues and you want to go for the more true stretch, go ahead and just drop that opposite leg down. Again, holding for about 30 seconds. And we'll go for 3 of them on each leg. All right, stretch number 2 is going to be the hip flexor stretch. So with this one, what you want to do is get in a kneeling type position. One knee on the ground, other leg is going to be out in front, keeping the pelvis fairly neutral. You don't want to have it tilted one way or the other. And then from here, you're going to lunge forward, and you should feel a good stretch right in the front of the thigh on the side that you're kneeling on. So same thing, we'll hang out here for about 30 seconds, get a nice good stretch. Then you'll come back up and we'll go for 3 rounds. All right, so stretch number 3 is going to be the piriformis stretch, also sometimes known as the glute stretch. One of my favorite ones. I love this stretch. So I'm going to show you 2 different variations. We're going to do a modified version and an advanced. So you can start with this first one. If you don't feel much of a stretch, feel free to go ahead and do the advanced one. All right, so laying on your back, you're going to cross your one leg up onto the other side. With both of your hands, you're going to grab your knee and pull it in towards the opposite shoulder. So you should feel a good stretch in that glute. Hanging out here for 30 seconds. We'll go 3 on each side. Now, like I said, if you're not getting much of a stretch with that one, or if you're somebody that's already pretty flexible, next one up from that would be same position, but pulling your knee into the chest. Okay, you'll still feel the stretch on the right side. It just intensifies it a bit more doing it this way. Stretch 4 is going to be the doorway stretch or corner stretch. This is a good one to help improve your posture and also stretch out the front of the shoulders and your chest. So with this one, you want to find a corner or doorway, whatever works for you. One foot in front of the other, arms to the side, looking straight ahead, good posture. You're going to lunge forward as you feel that stretch in the front of the chest and shoulders. With this one, feel free to play around with the arm height. If you want to go a little higher, in the middle, or even down low. All three of those will give you a good stretch, just slightly changes the angle a little bit. All right, our fifth and final stretch is going to be a trunk rotation. I'm going to show you a variation of the stretch. So we're going to do one where you're laying on your back, and then we're going to do one where you're laying on your side. So feel free to do both or one versus the other. We're going to start with the one laying on your back first. We call this supine trunk rotation. Both knees are going to be bent, feet together, knees together. You're going to from here drop to the side until you get a good stretch in the lower back. And then you'll come up and transition over to the other side. So with this stretch, you're able to just alternate right and left. Great one to do first thing in the morning before you get out of bed, just to stretch out that lower back really good. All right, now the side lying trunk rotation stretch. We're gonna get in this position. All right, we have arms extended out in front, knees bent, tucked up towards the chest. From here, you're gonna rotate that upper body up and over, getting a good stretch, more in that upper back area. And you'll feel it a little bit in the chest in front of the shoulder. Coming back to center. Now those that are dealing with a little bit of shoulder pain, feel free to do a modified version of this stretch where you do hands on the hips and then same rotation. It's just a little less straining on the shoulder. So feel free to modify as needed. We here at Progressive Physical Therapy wish you a happy and healthy new year. Happy stretching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.